What are they? Marketing in the Age of Alexa is a forward-thinking piece about how AI platforms will change not only the marketing channels, but also how brands market their products and how we obtain and use products. The author also goes into detail about how we are already seeing some of this play out in certain areas like Expedia with preferential positioning and Facebook with customizable privacy settings, and how the need for accuracy, alignment, and privacy are needed to succeed. What's the Value of a Like discusses how firms are changing their market strategy in today's world to focus more heavily on social media with endorsements from friends and family, influencers, as well as generating likes on Facebook. However, some of this focus has been misplaced by the misconception that likes are equivalent to the personal endorsement of a friend or someone of importance to the targeted consumer. When collectively looking at the articles, they share a common theme that companies are trying to manipulate algorithms, whether sharing tagged posts and photos or by using metrics to make her a customized offer that reflects exactly what she needs to stay put. They also discuss new means of marketing and new channels of interacting with customers. It's given in an article, Do I Believe It? I believe both the Age of Alexa article more than I believe both, but the Age of Alexa article more than Value of a Like. We can already see how AI has impacted our lives and daily activities, like with cars now being able to parallel park for us. We also see it on our phones and computers when ads pop up for products we haven't searched but have discussed privately. I will say though that the aspects of likes not equaling product buys seems to ring true for me personally. I know that most of the things I see don't register just because someone liked it, but once a friend recommends it, then I'd be much more inclined to try it. For recommendations you feel could be most impactful, what steps would you recommend marketers take to implement them? In the Likes article, it talks about modern social media marketing as a combination of old and new, and I think we'll forever see that. There will always be a basis in the origins of marketing and attracting the needs and wants of people. With that being said, I think companies should focus more on the AI Alexa aspect. If a HVAC or electrical components manufacturer, more likely would be a distributor though, can figure out a way to automate what the contractors need and deliver on time to them in the field and reduce costs by using materials that will work but isn't over the top, then that could be a massive boost for business from the contractor standpoint and for distributors and manufacturers. Internationally, which is increasingly the norm, do the articles have special meaning or unique implications? Both do, but for different reasons. The Likes article discussed using likes in South Africa as part of a research topic, but more will need to be researched on how different cultures respond to social media and recommendations and marketing that way. As for AI, it just makes us more connected. We'll likely be introduced to products we might have never known existed. For example, it could be a recipe. Say you're traveling to a foreign country, and when you come back you wanted that culture's food, that country's food. The system could find grocery stores with certain products and recipes for what you'd like, so that those grocers and food companies would now need to know how to market for things like that. Finally, how can marketers ensure they keep to a high ethical standard as they wrestle with issues discussed in the articles? As discussed in the Alexa article, privacy is of the utmost importance to consumers. A prime example is Facebook selling private information during the 2016 campaign and how people felt violated, and rightfully so. I understand that we as consumers sometimes without thinking allow companies to use our data, which is understandable, but they need to be careful not to get too carried away